Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Dasho Rose here. I am back to do another video on a DreamWorks review. This time we're gonna be looking at How to Train a Dragon 2. Sorry it took so long to make this review. I was kind of dealing with Thanksgiving stuff last week, and I don't know, this week I just kind of been feeling tired, I'm trying to upload these, every week, at least once, because I should have been done with this stuff forever ago, especially the Sony ones, and it's just taking me so long to do this. Because as for right now, I have like 14 more of these to do. Maybe 15 if I decide to review the sequel to Megamind 2, even though I hear that movie's awful, but I still got a long ways to go on this. So, yeah, and I want to move on to the Disney movies next. And all that. So, yeah, it's just taking me a little while to do this. But this is kind of something I kind of come to expect. I mean, it's very busy around this time of year. I mean, even December. I don't know how many reviews I'll be able to get out, but I'm going to try my best to get out as much as I can for you guys. I do have a big video planned. It's not a reward video, because that's going to happen if I can get to 1,000 subs. That will happen when I get to 1,000 subs. It'll be a very big reward video. Now, this is a different reward video. So, yeah, this is a different one. But I would like for people to subscribe to my channel. That'd be really nice. And if people are not subscribed to, I mean, people just like to tune in, that's fine too. But remember, when we get to 1,000 subs, the other reward video will happen. But this one it's more so, it's not a reward video, it's more so, it's a big video I have planned. I don't know if I'll have it done by December, or if it'll be done by January next year. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I think that's pretty much, all I have to say about this. So, well, I want to say this too, since I know this is taking so long, there has been other movies that have been added to, DreamWorks as well, because we have the Wild Robot as well that's out. Which that movie actually did horrible in the theaters. I heard it was really good. I was gonna go see it, but it did it was a really well received movie. It just didn't do very well. So, yeah. But that kind of sucks, because that means I'm hoping to get more original movies. Not to say that people not seeing a movie doing well doesn't mean it's because of a sequel. It's just, they don't care. But this has kind of been a trope for Hollywood throughout time. They do this crap all the time. But, heck, How to Train a Dragon is basically, a freaking, it's the DreamWorks version of SpongeBob at this point. I would say Shrek, but I think this stuff here has had, they've had way more, shows, mini movies, and all of that. They had I think a stage performance, a live action stage report. I think is what it was. I saw it on a preview watching one of the movies. I don't think it was the How to Train a Dragon movie, but yeah, and then we have a live action one coming, down the road. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch that one probably. Yeah, I don't really like it when they do this stuff. I mean, in DreamWorks' case, I guess technically, unlike Disney, at least they have not been doing it a crap ton with their movies, but still, I don't think I'm gonna probably go see it just because I don't care about live-action remakes, because I've seen not just Disney ones, but Paramount as well and all that, and, I mean, if they're cartoon characters that are put in the real world, that's one thing. I mean, they do this with Scooby-Doo, they create their own story and all that, but usually when they try to recreate something in live action, it doesn't look very good compared to 2D, It's hard to explain, but let's go ahead and actually get into the actual review now. So, The first How to Train Your Dragon movie did well. Now we have its sequel, because as I stated, this is basically DreamWorks, milk machine, kind of like, how SpongeBob is, Nickelodeon's milk machine, and how, Cartoon Network is, it's that milk machine, and then you got, like, Star Wars being Disney's milk machine. I would say Fox with The Simpsons, but, they don't really own The Simpsons anymore. Disney does now. At least I think they do. I don't know, because, I've been hearing some licensing, that they've been having some licensing stuff too, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but my point is this is kind of nothing really surprising or new. Unlike these other projects, though, this stuff doesn't sell a lot of merchandise, so, yeah, it's kind of weird. But I hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving and are looking forward to Christmas. Yeah, speaking of, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I wonder if Vikings celebrated something like this. Maybe it wasn't called Thanksgiving or Christmas. Well, it wasn't called Thanksgiving back in the day, but maybe they called it like a Viking feast or something. I can see that. A bunch of Vikings kind of, kind of going around with each other and like, hanging out in their village, celebrating stuff. I can see that kind of stuff. Because that's kind of what they did back in the old... Not a lot of people just do it with their families. Back in the olden days, things were different. But I can kind of see that, honestly, them doing that. But enough about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Let's talk about the actual movie. So how is this movie in standards compared to the first movie? Is it better or is it worse? Well, I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say this movie, I think, is better, but also did something that I'm not very happy about either, which we'll get to in a little bit in the movie. But what I mean by this is I really like how they expand the story. So the first movie was about them realizing dragons were not all that bad. I mean, they had some bad ones. I mean, they had to freaking kill the queen dragon, which, by the way, it's still freaking horrifying. It still scares me to this day. Like, just when they reveal her. I don't really know why. I think it's just her design and then her roar. It just sounds so creepy. I don't know. It's weird. I know, it's weird. Because in the second movie, we have, the king dragon. We have, I think he's called an alpha male or whatever it was. He's basically, the king dragon. Honestly, he doesn't scare me that bad. It's just the other dragon in the first movie gives me the creeps for some reason. I don't know. It's alright, though, because Toothless freaking blew her to bits, and, yeah, she's dead, so, no need for that. But I do really like this movie. I like how Toothless and Hiccup start bonding a bit more and all that. And we see the Chief, who's Hiccup's dad, by the way. I think I said that in the first movie. He's basically, talking about, about him becoming Chief and all that. But Hiccup's not really wanting to, because he doesn't think he's cut out for the job, and all that. So, yeah, basically doesn't think he's cut out for the job and all that. But Astrid's, his girlfriend, because they are technically, I think, considered a girlfriend in this movie now, because, even, Hiccup's dad, the Chief, he basically flat out says, that, that she's the future daughter-in-law, so that means they are officially a couple, so that's pretty cool. And actually, oh, hold on, I got a call here. Boy, I am so glad I had that pause button too. It's still annoying, having someone call you while you're trying to record stuff, but I was having problems with my delivery and all that, so I had to pause the video for a second so I could actually talk to my mom about that. Apparently they wouldn't come because of dogs. I'm like, why didn't they try to honk or something? I don't really know. Because I was supposed to have my phone case to be delivered, so I can finally put my phone case on this and fix the video thing for you guys. Because I keep zooming in my face and all that on there, so yeah, my face keeps getting cramped. But anywho, though, sorry about the interruption. You know, that just happens sometimes. I could redo the video, but I'm not gonna bother because it's taking me so long to actually do this. It's okay. I just won't make this a constant thing, you know, just for once. Anywho, guys, I was gonna say about the whole movie and all that. Yeah, I will say though, I was talking about how the characters are actually older in this movie too. Yeah, they actually are older. They're actually older. I think it states that, I can't remember how many years has passed. Hiccup narrates the movie. You know, he narrates the movies. I think in there it's actually revealed that Hiccup is actually older. Yeah, so so it's like been like 5 years in the future, and it reveals that he's 20 because you know, it reveals it's 20. I can't remember who said that. One of the characters did. I will say though, this is the character I think I remember saying this. But apparently in this movie we finally get to see Hiccup's mom. Yeah, we finally get to see his mom. Apparently his mom never died. His mom never died. See, Stoic, you know, which is the chief's name, which is Hiccup's dad, he actually thought his wife died. But no, she got carried, she got carried away by a dragon, and he assumed she died. But no, she was just living on an island and all that, and she didn't want to go back because she didn't want to be involved in harming the dragons. And I know a lot of times in cases, I do feel bad for the kids and all that, or their husbands / wives that desert them. But yeah, sorry, my speaking of pets, my pet dog here is getting mad because the cat's in the cage. It's okay, you don't need to go in the cage. Sit down. Sorry, he thinks he's got to go in the cage. It's okay, sit. There you go. Alright, yeah, he's getting kind of mad about that, but yeah, basically that's kind of how, what we have and all that. We have, you know, yeah, we have, you know, his mom and all that abandoned everything because she didn't want to, like, she didn't want to be involved in harming the dragons. And that's true, you know, you don't want to, like, I mean, I totally get why she did that. Of course, she feels totally guilty about what she did, and she thinks Stoic's mad at her. But Stoic, you know, when he reunites with her, he actually loves her, and I really like that. I really like that. And now this is probably where the biggest problem I have with the movie kind of comes in, is the part where they actually meet. It was only for, like, I think about maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the movie we get to see them, and unfortunately they kill off Stoic. Yeah, they freaking kill off Stoic. They kill him off. Because, you know, well, they kill off Stoic because, Stoic, you know, I don't know. He sacrificed himself to save, his son Hiccup from death. Because, apparently one of the guys, you know, has a villain and all that named, he has a villain named, I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. It's a name I've never really heard of, and it doesn't stick out in my mind very well. Basically, he was, he's the one who killed all the people and all that. He killed all the people and all that in the, you know, I think it was a temple or something like a fire and all that, and then, you know, Stoic was the only one that survived it. You know, so that makes the guy literally a murderer and all that, and then he brings out his freaking ginormous dragon, remember the king dragon I told you about? Well, he has a freaking another one. And what happens is, apparently, it kills him and all that, and, not kills him, kills him, basically it kills, the other king dragon, and then it becomes the leader and turns all the dragons against him. And unfortunately, Hiccup's dragon, although Toothless was able to fight a lot more, probably because he was the closest to probably the humans, especially Hiccup. Unfortunately, he lost control, and then basically... he lost control, and then basically he became the, he basically tried to kill him with a fire, but, still got in the way, and killed himself trying to save Hiccup. So, yeah, that's crazy. So basically, he was the one that survived the fire. Heck, he even said that, and then he basically dies after that, My thing is, though, here's the thing, though. Now, I know that this is a common thing, they do throughout movies. They do this all the time. They kill off characters all the time. My problem is with this is I feel like I kind of wish I could have seen Stoic and, his wife and Hiccup spend a lot more time together. But they don't. They don't spend a lot of time together. So we only see them on screen for a little while and all that, and I kind of hate how they just kill them off. If they were going to kill them off, they should have just waited till the third movie or something. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Apparently, Chef wanted it in his bed, so, and the kitten was basically in his way and all that, kind of causing some chaos, so I had to put him in there. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm really glad I discovered this pausing feature. It's still annoying that I have to pause my video and all that and be interrupted like this, but it does make it a lot easier. Instead of just redoing the whole video, it's still kind of annoying, but it's what it is, I guess. But back to the whole review thing. Yeah, I will say that yeah, the whole part where they killed Stoic off, yeah, I do wish they just waited till the third movie to do it. I would say not at all, but again, this is something they do all the time. They do this crap all the time on movies, and they can make it emotional. My problem is they make it emotional, but also frustrating, because, I kind of wanted to see them on screen a bit more, and all that. It kind of sucks. We couldn't see them on screen for a while. I just kind of hate that, And it's supposed to create an emotional moment, and it's kind of supposed to be, a thing with Hiccup, because the whole reason kind of why all this happened was, it was going to happen regardless, but he got his family and all involved in it because he was trying to reason with the guy and all that, and he of course, well, not reason, because he's a villain, and it just shows you can't reason with everybody, unfortunately. There are some people you can, but you can't reason with everybody, and that's the problem. That's how his dad ends up dying, because of the whole thing. But again, I kind of wish they could have had more screen time together and all. I kind of wish they didn't kill him off in this movie, But they do and all that, but that's probably my only complaint. Everything else about this movie I really like. I like the moments where we see the dragons, Toothless and Hiccup's mom's dragon playing in the background and all. It's very cute and all that. It also plays with Astrid's dragon too in the background. It's really cute. I really like it, and just being able to see all that stuff, it's pretty cool and cute at the same time. And I will say there are some funny moments I do like, and I actually do like the villain. I do like him. He's a pretty cool villain. It's crazy that he, like Hiccup, he's also a very good dragon hunter too. And you can see too why I kind of want a phone case, because then it won't zoom in like this. I have to press on the screen to keep it from turning off. So yeah, that's kind of what happens there. Yeah, but you know, but I'm hoping to get that figured out. Hopefully, it actually comes to the shop tomorrow and all, because apparently it keeps saying it's gonna come and then it stops. I thought it was supposed to come on Saturday, but then apparently it was gonna come earlier on Tuesday, and it was supposed to come today, but it didn't come today. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll come in. But yeah, basically that's kind of how I have, you know, I will say with this whole thing and all. I will say that, yeah, I think this movie overall, though, I will say it does have a lot of great moments in it and all that, and I do like how they actually age up the characters. I will say that they age them up. They actually, even the adults, like their beards, like Stoich's beard has a bit of white on it and all that on his beard because they're older and all that. I really do like that. Something you don't really see a whole lot in franchises. I've heard people say they had that problem with The Incredibles 2. And although I don't think Incredibles 2 was the greatest movie ever, I will say I didn't see the problem with that. It felt like they were more focusing on trying to get Jack's powers and all that, figure them out and all that, you know. Where, like, I feel like this kind of movie, they can actually make him age perfectly fine and it won't affect anything, you know. I guess technically they could have made Jack a bit older too, but consider they hinted at it in the first movie that he had powers and all that, and kind of see why. But I heard the same thing about Despicable Me, you know, Fort and all that too, like how they should have done that too. But I haven't seen that movie. I only saw the trailer, so I don't know. I have to watch the movie to kind of see my opinion on that, but yeah, that's kind of a pretty much the whole thing there and all that. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a score. Well, first let's give it a rating. Between bad, good, and meh, I think this one's definitely gonna get a good. Oh yeah, I was supposed to wait to make the score sound effect. I'm so used to doing that. But I guess that means I can also reveal the score sound effect too anyway. Yep, it's getting 100 points and not 120. And that's only because I really do not like how they kill off Stoich. And as I stated before, I know they do this all the time on movies, but I feel like the way they were setting it up and all that, I kind of wish they would have kept him on there a bit longer. I mean, they'll do this all the time. I mean, they do, like I said, they do this all the time on Disney movies. They'll kill off the main characters. They'll kill them off, you know, and you know, that usually sets up the plot or something, you know, for the characters to learn to function on their own. But in this case, I felt like, I don't know, I didn't feel like them killing off Stoich was probably the best thing for me. I felt like if they were going to do it, like I said, they should have waited until the next movie or something, you know. Or just not kill them off at all. You know, because, you know, they could have went the Hotel Transylvania 4 route, you know. Despite that movie being absolutely dog shit, they still could have, like, went back and, like, maybe it were Stoich, just gives them, you know, the board seat to Hiccup and Ashtray, and, you know, that way his wife and him can spend time, you know, on their own, you know, just retire. You know, and, like, maybe they could go find another place to live, or they could live where his wife was living, you know, in the area where all the dragons were at, you know. That would have been cool, but I don't know, it's just a minor nitpick. It still doesn't take away how great this movie is. It's also nice, too, I don't have to review Sony Picture Animation movies, although it's not really making it a lot easier. As I stated before, it really doesn't. I guess it takes away an hour out of my time to review a movie, because I'm having a lot of moments where like I get tired very easily. Like I feel like I'm not getting enough nutrients in my body. But I don't know. That's kind of about really I think all again I can say about that. But you know, I don't know. I will. I'm gonna say though, I do think the characters too are pretty good in this movie too. Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm trying to think of if there's any like I don't know. I think they I mean they have some new characters, but honestly there's not really much to it compared to, you know, the old ones, but again, I don't know. I don't think it really takes away much. I don't think it takes away much at all from the movie. I actually like the part where, like, we do see one of the twins, which I forgot her name. We see one of the you know. Well, we see one of the, you know, twins and all that, like, fall in love with this muscular guy and all that. It's pretty funny. I will say they probably aren't my favorite, like, you know, well, characters in the franchise, I should say. I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say, but I don't know. I gotta say though, I just gotta say, yeah, I don't think the characters. I don't think any of them are really bad. I just think I just don't think the twins are like my favorite kind of characters. They're kind of just like they're kind of just stupid and all, but they're stupid and they have funny moments. They're not stupid like, you know, other characters like, let's say, like Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents, where they make him too stupid and not really funny, much more stupid, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what to say there about that. I think, like I said, all the characters are pretty good and all that, and I definitely talked about the villain and all that, you know. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the movie itself. So speaking of, you know, villains and all that, let's talk about the comic question. Ready? Let's talk about the comic question. And today's comic question, we have, what is your favorite How to Train a Dragon villain? Now, I don't really know much about the TV shows, so I don't know if there's other villains in there or not. Because even after this movie, it made tons more TV shows. But I will say though, they do have a lot of them though. They do have a lot of you know, they have a lot of, you know, villains and all that in the movies and all that. So you know, well, I mean, they have a lot of villains, you know, in like TV shows and all that. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any other ones or not. But since I've only seen the movies, I don't know. I think maybe the second one might have my favorite villain. It's been a while since I've seen the third movie. I'm gonna have to watch that down the road. But as for right now, I think the second one's my favorite. And as for the TV shows, like I said, I don't really know. Because unlike Kung Fu Panda, I haven't seen a lot of the TV shows. Even Kung Fu Panda, I really haven't seen a ton of them. I have seen some shorts and all that, and they have some pretty good villains there, but I don't know. I just don't remember a lot, except for like all the crap that was on Cartoon Network and all that back in the day. Well, I shouldn't say crap. I don't know why I'm saying crap. It was actually good stuff. Yeah, it makes me kind of miss old Cartoon Network. Now we have new Cartoon Network, and it's like other stuff. It's kind of just becoming a shell of its former self. It's only got like one show on there. It kind of reminds me of what was that? Oh yeah, Nickelodeon and all that too, where they kind of do the same thing. Where they kind of like just they don't focus on the news, so they just kind of focus on like one show and that's about it. Well, Nickelodeon, I guess technically they focus on 3 shows, but two of them at least, I think, ran their course. One of them, which is a Loud House, I don't know about, but I might do a review on that show in the future too, but I've already got one I'm trying to review, so, yeah, that's my comment question for you guys. But anywho, though, I'm gonna go ahead and get going now, because I gotta help my dad when he gets home and all, because he's got, surgery and all. He had surgery, at the beginning of the week, so I have to help him out. Anywho, bye-bye.